Good evening. What's happening? It's SEC After Dark, or should I say USFL After Dark. Got a great show lined up, but first, to help me deliver this great show, Stephen Willis, Jeb Beechum, and Jake Thomas. What's up, gentlemen?
How's it going?
It's going.
Just going good.
My hot takes are going to be brought to you by Body Armor tonight. And no, they're not officially sponsoring us, but Body Armor, if you want to.
Hey, there you go.
Is that as gross as muscle milk? Do you remember, Corey, whenever we did like the 5-star challenge and Eric Winter was trying to like make it to where muscle milk was all the big thing, so they got everybody muscle milk and everybody got one. That was disgusting because it was like 97 degrees and you're drinking basically milk. And that was horrible.
I chose dehydration.
Yeah.
Over that.
Yeah.
I said, you know what? I'd rather be dehydrated. And that's what I did. What's up, Cody? So, yeah, we are unofficially brought to you by Body Armor Light. This is actually really good. This is Fruit Punch. It tastes like a Fruit Punch Gatorade. It really does, honestly speaking. This is I might make the switch. This is really good. Especially, and this is the light version. This is a low-calorie, no sugar version. So this is outstanding. So I fully endorse that. But this show also, I want to thank betonline.ag. Football is not really over. It's just going to take a break for a minute because we're going to talk USFL. But basketball is in full steam, pro and college hoops, from all the latest odds, totals, player performance, props, to where that next fired coach is going to land, which there's not really any more fired coaches right now. Well, Tom Crean, we're going to see where he lands here in a couple of weeks.
Juwan Howard, maybe.
Juwan Howard, maybe he goes to Athens. I don't know. BetOnline is your number one spot for betting all of that and all of your other sports betting needs. So, if you want to lose some money like Israel did this past weekend on Auburn, Auburn was the final leg of his parlay, and he would won big, but Auburn let him down as they do.
Oh, wow.
So you need to head over to the website, or you can use your mobile device. You sign up today, receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Just use that promo code Bleav to get started, BLEAV, to get started. Now, BetOnline, if you want to use y'all's conference network as a promo code, let's get started. All right. So it's not just basketball, but BetOnline is your source for hockey. I don't know how the hell you bet on hockey, but you do. Boxing, UFC odds as well. You have Olympic coverage. And they are the best in the business from sports right now.
You don't have Olympic coverage now.
No more.
No, we don't. But from sports right down to your favorite Vegas casino games as well. BetOnline is your number one online wagering destination. So, Steve, you can get on there and play Caribbean poker.
I want to play Canadian blackjack. Jokers are 13.
You can do that too. That's it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's a good game, eh? So BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to wager on all your favorite sports and play all of your favorite games, whether it's Canadian blackjack or Caribbean poker. So BetOnline is where the game starts. Guys, we got a lot to talk about here. We got some SEC baseball. Georgia's 4-0.
Alabama's 5-0 after win today.
Ole Miss has only played one 9-inning game because they've run-ruled every opponent that they've played. So they're 4-0.
Is that bad? Yeah.
They've scored 45 runs over 4 games, so
that's not bad.
That's not bad.
It's not bad at all. So we'll get a little more in depth into why we are all excited about our teams. Little SEC basketball. Tom Crean lost another nail biter last night. Texas A&M 91-77.
Nail biter.
Aided by 20 turnovers. 20 turnovers. And we got 91 pieced by Texas A&M. It was not good at all. This Tom Crean thing is going from bad to worse. I didn't think that was possible, but hey,
Corey, you guys got beat by Ole Miss by 17. 3 of our best players were injured. It was out that game.
It's impressive, man.
Yeah, and 2 had flu-like symptoms, and either they had their flu game or Georgia's just dysfunctional, man. Tom Crean's got to go.
He needs to go like a month ago.
Still beat Bama somehow. That's the most strangest thing ever.
It's just, you know what they say. blind. You know what they say about blind squirrels and finding stuff.
It reminds me of like Leonard Nimoy narrating a documentary on the History Channel, and it's like, you will never believe what happened next. And then Georgia upset Alabama, and then they're just doing a documentary of the mysteries of the unexplained.
Yep, how that happened.
Yeah.
So USL gets the shaft by. I'm going to Michigan as the number one. What?
He's talking about Shea Patterson.
Uh,
Yeah, he's talking about Shea.
I was trying to translate that sentence. John is doing shots of tequila. This ought to be fun for later on when we go off the rails. They're in a run rule games, 3 in a row. Run. I can't read. Holy cow.
That's pressure from Georgia.
Ooh.
Ouch. Ouch. I didn't say anything about basketball. I can't play basketball. That's the only thing I can't do. I suck at basketball. That's because I'm from Georgia. So, SEC After Dark. Well, this turns into USFL After Dark. And guess what? It's connected. Why? Because there's a lot of SEC people in the USFL. Not a shocker there. But the first overall pick went to the Michigan Panthers. And who do they choose? Well, we just said it. Shea Patterson. I'm not sure about that one.
My
Well,
good old buddy Jeff Fisher.
It's good for the Michigan Panthers because he went to the University of Michigan. I think that was the only place that Shea Patterson could end up because the number 1 pick or number 2 pick, whoever had it, was going to be Jordan Ta'amu. Jordan Ta'amu is the best quarterback in the USFL this year.
Yeah, I was going to say that, and he's going to Bandit ball, so that's good. But Shea Patterson he just underwhelmed his entire career in college from where he started at Ole Miss and then goes to Michigan, and I wouldn't describe, as Fox describes his college career, as storied. Somehow he passed for 8,800 yards and 68 touchdowns. I'm not real sure about that, but so yeah. Then Jordan Ta'amu goes to the Bandits.
Mm-hmm.
So Steve, I know you're excited about that one.
The ball coach.
Ball coach, man.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Philadelphia Stars, they got, I keep reading this as Byron Scott, but they got Brian Scott from Occidental College. The tab on him is he is the Aaron Rodgers of Division III.
Oh.
Is that something that can be true? I don't know. Weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like a
but
non-scholarship player that's good.
Yes, absolutely. So he in his pro day, he completed 62 of 64, and he earned a spot with the BC Lions. Now he is the 3rd overall quarterback taken from Occidental College, who I think disbanded their football program because they couldn't afford it. So there's that one.
The Philly Stars I'm worried about because they were by far the best team in the original USFL. So there's pressure on them to perform, unlike other places. But I just don't know if they're going to be able to do it whenever I see who they drafted. Because I think their coach is the guy that coached in the Spring League last year. Mm-hmm. And most of the players are the players that were quarterbacks for the Generals in the Spring League last year. So we'll see how well it translates.
Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out. I might have to go see if I can dig up.
We lost Jake.
Oh.
Jake. Come on back, Jake. Tarleton State putting a professional guy out there, 5'10", 200-pound Ben Holmes. He led the Texans to their first outright Lone Star Conference championship. He had a sparkling 23-2 career record as their starting quarterback.
How'd he do against Gilroy, Corey?
I don't care. He beat Gilroy. Obviously, he was 23-2. He didn't worry about Brown. That's what made him successful. He wasn't worried about Brown. He was focused on
I don't give a
Gilroy.
flip about Brown. I want to know what you want to do about Gilroy.
Great. Tell me who wins. So, yeah, the New Jersey Generals, not owned by Donald Trump. So they got Ben Holmes. The Gamblers got Clayson Clayton Thorson from Northwestern. I thought that was a good pick. He was on an NFL roster with the Philadelphia Eagles, Cowboys, and Giants as well. He kind of kicked around, and but he was in the NFL. He was a third stringer, but he was a solid quarterback at Northwestern. Led them to most of their success with there. So big get there, and I consider a big get if I've heard of you in this case.
Yeah, because basically this is, if you're we're a practice squad player in the NFL, then you're a good get in this league. And that's what it is.
Exactly.
Which means this league is better than college football, and we watch college football, so nobody talk about how bad the football is. Yeah, I mean, that's silly.
Yeah,
it'll be pretty good.
It's football in the spring. Shut up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The Birmingham Stallions pick Alex Mago from FIU. He was a 7th rounder for the Seahawks in 2018. I think he kicked around on their practice squad. He also spent time with the Jaguars and the Texans as well. 6'3", 214-pounder. He started all 4 years at FIU, became the school's all-time leading passer, or all-time leader in passing touchdowns and passing yardage.
Do you have 7? 8?
He had 3. I love it. But they got their guy. Pittsburgh got Kyle Lauletta. He backed up Eli Manning for years as a third stringer. He's joining the Pittsburgh Maulers, introduced by one Terry Bradshaw. So Kyle Lauletta from the University of Richmond. Then the Breakers picked Kyle Slaughter from Northern Colorado. He had originally signed with the Mustard Buzzers, but he did the opposite, transferred to Northern Colorado. Moved him to receiver. Did they pick this guy as a quarterback? So this guy's a receiver, and so this is like the lower version of Ryan Tannehill.
It's like Cordell Stewart over there.
Yeah, exactly. Slash. So there
Boo,
you go. There.
Gamblers. Boo.
Boo.
Boo, gamblers.
So that's the New Orleans Breakers.
Coached by Larry Fedora with an offensive coordinator of Noel Mazzoni.
Nice. Nice. That's a walking football clinic. But the Breakers got back on my good side by picking Davin Bellamy. I'm going to go through some SEC guys here now that I went through all the quarterbacks. Then you have the Bandits picking Mekhi Brown from Alabama. Let's see. Then you have New Orleans picked a Georgia Tech guy. Gross.
Nerd.
Pittsburgh.
Nerd.
What a nerd.
Nerd.
Nerds. Did we get Jake back, by the way?
Mm-hmm.
We did.
Yeah, for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, he looked like Butters when he went out last time.
Yeah,
He did. See, I'm looking at my Fox Sports screen here. Adam Schuler from Florida went to the Bandits, a Gator. Let's see. You had B.J. Emmons. You had Blake Allen Camper. You had Paul Adams from Missouri. I haven't heard of a single one of these people. Tyler Catalina to the Bandits. You got your all-star left tackle, Tyler Catalina.
Oh, is that from Georgia?
Yep.
The one that transferred from like Delaware or something like that?
He transferred from Rhode Island.
Okay.
Yeah, he transferred from Rhode Island. Calvin Ashley from Jake's Auburn Tigers.
War Eagle.
Avery Jinsey from A&M. I was hoping he'd freeze on that, so that his last thing that he heard was War Eagle. Let's see.
It looks like Michigan got a good quarterback to back up Shea Patterson. They got Paxton Lynch from Memphis. That's fun.
They did. Who started a few games in the NFL.
Memphis had 2 quarterbacks taken.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. I like that.
Did Johnny Manziel go anywhere?
No,
heard
Johnny
he was
Manziel's
to the
like
casino.
30. Yeah.
Trey Elston and Derek Jones went to the Generals and the Breakers, respectively. Yeah, Devontae Davis from Texas. We'll consider them SEC. He went to the Bandits.
And Jake's favorite ever Ole Miss wide receiver, Quincy Adebayo, went to the Michigan Panthers.
Nice.
It's not SEC, but the Breakers also took Taywan Taylor, a wide receiver, who was a 3rd-round pick by the Titans. So you see how good of a pick that was.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He was Did he go anywhere else? I think he went to the Falcons before.
Yeah, he got
after
traded
that.
somewhere and then disappeared. I think it was the Falcons. You're right.
Makes sense.
He's
right?
back though.
Yeah.
Guess who's back? Back again. So, my mission today, guys, is to at least get in the process of picking a team. That's what I want to do. We know Steve's team, right?
What's wrong with Tampa Bay?
I didn't say I didn't pick them. I got to pick one though. I got to do it organically, and it might actually come down to watching the Week 1 games and really just. Unless anybody wants to help me out here.
Me and Jeb, obviously, we're home runs for Tampa Bay because they're right down the road.
Yeah.
Jake, Birmingham, that makes perfect
Right.
sense.
30 minutes away.
Yeah, and for you, probably Birmingham as well. Because there's no way in heck you're going to root for New Orleans.
Not a chance, no. Although I do like Davin Bellamy, but I was starting to kind of think. I don't know.
Jeff Fisher.
Yes.
Hey, Michigan's uniforms looking like West Ham United out there. That should be pretty interesting to see.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Jeff
The ones
Fisher,
with
yeah.
Quincy Adebayo.
Hey,
Paxton Lynch.
did they play enough games for him to go 8-8?
I don't think so.
No, he'll do his best though. Don't you worry.
If it's 10 games, that's 5-5 a lock.
Yep, 10 games.
So they only play
there you
10
go.
games?
Yep, looks like 10 games over 12 weeks.
So he
One
can't-
thing that's really cool, their playoffs and their championship game this year is being played in Canton, Ohio at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. That is really cool.
That is really cool. I like that. The
So
Bandits
did
picked
Jeremy Pruitt actually become the coach of the Stallions today?
No.
Or is it still Hope?
It's Skip Holtz.
Okay, that's what I was going to say.
So that's
Because if it's Jeremy Pruitt, we're going to go 2-8.
now the question that you have is if Skip Holtz is there, does he have Tony Franklin coming in as the OC?
Ooh.
Because I know Skip at Louisiana Tech ran a little bit of air raid at time to time, but I think Tony Franklin was on that tree as well because
Right.
if y'all remember the Tony Franklin experiment or experience was a mid-2000 thing when Tommy Tuberville hired him, and then he immediately got fired because it was such a horrible hiring.
Is that bad? It's not good.
It's not good. Yeah, they hired a 2-win coach from Iowa State to replace you. That's how bad of a job they want to do and how much they wanted to get rid of you.
Wow. That's sad. That
A
is
2-win coach.
sad. Yeah.
And that guy won a national championship. That's how good Cam Newton was.
Yeah.
Watch
Kevin
Jim Kelly highlight.
Kevin Sumlin is the coach of the Gamblers, by the way, LW. Kevin Sumlin.
Sumlin. I might have to go with the Gamblers.
Yeah, so maybe if they sign Kenny Trill, they'll have a chance.
That's right. Kenny Trill. Let's see. Yeah, the Panthers are in good shape here. I might go with the. I might watch some highlights of the dude from Occidental College, and if I like him, I might go with his squad.
Well, see, in the USFL, McDonald's bags can be handed out full of cash, and there'd be no problem with that, other than the fact that you were handing out McDonald's bags.
Yeah.
Oh wow, Vinny Papali was drafted.
Do you know? Who knows? Who knows? Isn't that
Tampa Bay
the
Bandits. Yeah, it is.
isn't that the kid of the guy that was invincible?
Vince Papali, the son of Vince Papali. Vince Papali Jr., Vinny.
Did not know that.
He played at Delaware. He was a blue hen. Picked in the 17th round to the Bandits. He's a bandit. I might be all aboard for Bandit Ball.
Bandit ball is going to be fun, man.
They got a good roster.
Yeah, and then you got the alumni of the old ball coach.
That's right. I might have to.
Is there a backup quarterback? Is that the other guy from Memphis you were talking about? Brady White?
Brady White, yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I like the Bandits roster.
And B.J. Emmons at running back, that's a good pickup.
Yeah.
Trey Williams got picked by the Generals.
Yeah.
You remember
Not
him?
quite Herschel Walker, but good back.
Yeah. Yeah, he's slightly less.
Yeah, it makes me want to watch Small Potatoes, Who Killed the USFL. That's such a good documentary.
Wait, you better give me credit.
Oh, he gets plenty of credit. From Burt Reynolds, even.
Yeah. Alex Mago from Tarleton State is a Stallion.
Yep.
So you better watch some Tarleton State football.
Is he a Stallion, Corey?
I'm going to watch his highlights and I'll tell you.
He's a Stallion. Big muscly on paper, boy.
Mostly on paper. Well, I guess we're getting off the rails now.
Here we go.
So I'm going to evaluate him, and I'm going to put in his evaluation, body of a Greek god. He's the one you want getting off the bus first.
Wasn't that Krabby back in the day?
No, that was Barry Every.
Okay.
That particular one. I was like, Barry, come on, man. Like, bro.
Anytime they talk about hips, it's like them trying to talk like they know what they're talking about. Whenever you want to break down film, it's like, he has loose hips and everything, and it just sounds like you know what you're talking about. But
Yeah.
that is the most ridiculous thing to just brag about and talk about. It's like, oh, he's got hips. He can turn around quickly is what you're saying. Okay.
He's got loose hips. His girlfriend
Yeah.
appreciates it.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Wait, was that really an evaluation? Jake, these aren't fake.
I didn't say the word.
Yeah, built like a hero action figure. Yeah.
There's a guy on that used to cover recruiting for Ole Miss who would literally hide in the bushes and take pictures. Yeah, man, just the creepiest thing in the world. It'd be like Marla Hooch pictures, like, oh, what a hitter. It's like that. It's like, what are you doing, man?
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's bad. It's bad. Oh, Michael Scott got drafted.
Oh,
He was
good
being plucked from the depths of Scranton to okay. That's great.
He went to Colorado,
Yeah.
Corey. He went to Colorado.
Okay.
Yeah.
Watch the last season. Come on. Now.
Yeah.
Prison Mike. I don't know. My listing's kind of incomplete. I see a lot of kickers.
Although I can get behind these Breakers helmets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uniforms look really good.
Actually, I was impressed with all of them. None of them look gimmicky or anything.
Yeah, it was important that the uniform traditionally looked like a USFL uniform like it used to do. Wait, Ole Miss is only down by 5 now?
Oh. Please,
Ole
Ole
Miss
Miss.
Is
Kentucky's
Ole Miss
not
starting
having
to
a
play
good game either.
basketball? Oh, JoJo Ward got picked to the Gamblers from Hawaii.
All right.
I think Auburn peaked just a little bit too quick.
That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, me too.
Nicholas talked about Major League Football starting in May, and Major League Football is going to be secondary to the USFL. But it's another little bit of football. It's more opportunities. So the more they can do it, the better chances of one surviving is.
Yeah.
So right now my early favorite might be the Houston Gamblers.
But here's that. We've seen Kevin Sumlin coach, and then other than Johnny Manziel, he didn't really produce a quarterback.
Hey, you shut your mouth when you're talking about Kenny Trill. You better not. All those Aggie fans are coming to get you. I don't know. Bandit ball seems pretty good too to me.
Yeah. That may be the most complete team.
Yeah, it should be good. I'm worried about Todd Haley. I was never a Todd Haley guy when he was in the NFL. But, I mean, he's better than Larry Fedora. He's better than several. This is bad basketball. Auburn was
that
up by
last night.
it was up by like 14 points. And now it's a 43-40 Auburn lead.
That was last night.
Oh,
All right.
wow.
Just pick the gamblers. Whoever said that, I'm probably going to, but there's an eye test here.
Their uniforms
Maulers
look really good.
Mm-hmm.
The Maulers look like BYU from like circa 2000. That's what their uniforms look like to me.
That's a fair comparison. When they had like that hint of gold in there, and they were like navy
Yeah.
blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad they went back though.
Yeah. Right now, their face masks and their helmets are pretty much they're up towards the top of college football. With
Yeah,
with that hydrochrome blue. Oh yeah, it looks great.
And the hydrochrome decal.
Yeah. If Kentucky had that helmet and would actually stick with it, Kentucky would have fantastic helmets. But they decided to do the hydrochrome chrome one. And the chrome and white and a whole bunch of crazy stuff. We could sit on here and talk about uniforms, but Kentucky should have a top 3 uniform in the SEC. They do not.
No.
I disagree. Those chrome helmets are outstanding.
The chrome and white, you can't read them.
Yeah.
When they go chrome and blue,
Chrome and blue, that's like the Western Kentucky helmets. Those are fine. But if they go hydrochrome blue with a blue face mask and the UK on the side of the helmets, it would be a great look. You could do that with the gray jerseys even. You could do that with the white jersey. You could do that with the blue jerseys.
I still think they have really cool uniforms though. But Jeb disagrees because they stole the checkerboard.
Yeah, that also pisses me off. Kentucky just said mine, and we don't have any reason for taking it. We just are.
Yeah.
We just are because we can. One of the best uniforms that never uses it. Which one is that?
The powder blue.
The Oilers look that you guys did?
In the Sugar Bowl?
Yeah.
Actually, the powder blue helmets with the red jerseys and the gray pants is probably the best uniform in college football.
Homer.
No, I'm dead serious about that. And when it comes to uniforms,
It does look good.
yeah, there's not many teams in the country that can compete with our uniform ballot because there's not many that can mess with red and blue.
Yeah, Oregon, but the guy, Cassidy, yeah, she's right. Oregon always has a new uniform. Every single year since they have a new uniform.
They've kind of jumped the shark with that, I think, a little bit. But no, there was a
The
run.
colors are the green and yellow. You almost have to.
Yeah.
But they try every Nike prototype out. But I don't like
what?
those huge numbers that they have.
Oregon jumped their shark. They absolutely did it. But Oregon, whenever Joey Harrington was the quarterback, those uniforms were slamming. That was the one time they got the green and yellow right.
I like the era when they had Mariota as a quarterback too. Before they started getting crazy with the O, they had the wings that were kind of faded into it, and then sometimes they just put the O on the side and kind of blend that in. The Oregon Stormtrooper uniforms were from like 5 years ago were one of the best.
The all whites.
Yeah, those were awesome. I liked
Tennessee and Auburn Stormtroopers pretty fantastic too.
Yeah, I do like the Stormtrooper uniforms. Go all white.
Then you have just don't play like a Stormtrooper.
Yeah.
That's the problem with Tennessee is they have the same aim.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Yes, they do. Oh no, that's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, those are the all whites are good. I liked it when Georgia unveiled the 40th anniversary white on red.
Oh, for the Arkansas game. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also like when Georgia wears the red helmet, black jersey, and the silver breeches.
That should be regular rotation, but the fan, like you read the fan feedback, like we actually have discussions about that weekly, and the fans hate the black jerseys.
It's because of that Alabama game. It's
all
because
we
of
got
that
our ass handed to us against Alabama that one year.
Yeah, I wish I'd do a blackout again.
I think wasn't that the game where Nick Saban made the comment? It was like, you know why they're wearing black? Because they're going to a funeral.
That was Scott Cochran, but yes.
Yeah.
But we like that game was fake juice. But like everybody thinks every time we wear the black jersey, it's like we're trying to do some fake juice. But like
No,
it's
it's like LSU has worn the all white, and I like that. LSU's worn the basically all gold. I do not like that.
No.
Yeah, that's gross. I love the when LSU wears the white helmet, purple jersey, and white pants. That's a very clean look. Also,
Yeah, I like that a lot.
because however they accent that style purple jersey is like different from their regular purple jersey, and it's good.
I'm gonna say this also: Tennessee's black jersey and their black helmets that they came out this year, absolute
cool.
fire,
Yeah.
absolute fire. And I like the traffic cone jerseys that they wear from time to time as well.
But or they go traffic.
Orange.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It was like they just got released from prison to play a football game.
What do they say? You know why Tennessee fans wear orange?
Hunting in the
Go-
morning, Tennessee game.
Yeah, and then they can pick up trash on the side of the road when the week starts.
Well, they can pick it up inside the stadium now.
Seriously.
Well, now you know where we got all that trash we threw.
They pick it up from the
Right.
field.
Right, yeah.
Hey, I don't believe that that golf ball was a real thing because that hit his target at like 40 yards, and I don't know if any Tennessee student or quarterback can make that throw.
We know Joe Milton can't.
Yeah.
No, he was the only quarterback in the stadium that didn't want to throw, or only person in the stadium that didn't want to throw something.
Right.
On the last play, yeah.
He just ran it.
Right out of bounds.
Yeah, out of bounds.
With time expired.
Tennessee fans really need to get a grip.
Yeah. You want to respond to that? Respond to that, Jeb? Tennessee fans really need to get a grip.
Well, if they got a better grip, they probably would have been more accurate.
That
No,
was hard.
They'll be all right. It's been, it was 50 years of one of the best teams in football, and now 10 years of being terrible.
10.
It's a lot,
10.
okay? Look, I'm not
Y'all
going to
haven't been out there for 14
okay?
years.
I'm just saying 10. I don't know.
Yeah, it's been longer than 10.
Maybe we're at 13
Hey.
or 14. I don't know, but
Ole Miss was a dominant school in college football, and then Johnny Vaught retired. And then in the 70s and the 80s, we were Vanderbilt. We were completely irrelevant. And then over the last 30 years, we built ourselves back up, and now we're making access bowls. So I'm going to crow, I'm going to have fun, and I'm going to talk all kinds of noise because we've been at the bottom of the valley.
I don't blame you. I'm
We
just saying
started from the
Tennessee fans are
bottom,
used
now
to
we're here.
it.
Yeah.
A lot of frustration over the years with all these coaches. Just keeps building up, building up.
You got a good one now, though.
See what you're looking
I
at,
think so.
Auburn? This is Auburn.
Yeah,
This is the future of Auburn football.
we're definitely a cautionary tale. We're what you don't fire people unless you have to. Don't be hasty. For God's sake, do a better job of vetting your coaches when you hire them.
You know what's wrong with everything in college football? Boosters.
Yes.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Once
There was
they
a lot
get too,
going on
once they
behind the
get,
scenes.
once they get too handsy, you end up running off Greg Schiano and having backdoor deals with Jeremy Pruitt. You can't spell butt chugging without
Oh.
a T.
Oh, man.
Oh boy.
Hey, didn't Tennessee also have that guy with the plunger boy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Was
Yep.
I'm sorry,
was
Jeb.
that
I didn't mean to
Derek
pick on
Billy?
you.
Might have been Lane Kiffin that started that too. I'm just saying. I don't remember what year that was. He left a mess when he left.
Oh,
Literally.
man.
Literally. If
Which,
Ole
by the
Miss
way, that-
gets Arch, they're winning a natty.
Mm.
Which, by the way, Jeb, what?
I was gonna say that was all brought before he went to college and when he was younger, and he was a big charity helping out all the time. He was a really good kid. Daniel Hood was his name. I remember that. It was like one of the first times I really like with Jeffrey Simmons, where I thought, okay, they did something stupid before they went to college, and we shouldn't just hold it over their heads the rest of their life because people could change, and he did. I mean, Jeffrey Simmons is a good guy now. Daniel Hood turned out to be a really great guy, but I don't know what happened.
Daniel Hood made a mistake when he was like a freshman in high school. Jeffrey Simmons was like 1 month away from being on State's campus when he started kicking that woman on the ground.
Yeah. Oh, I was upset when we drafted him when the Titans did.
Yeah, it was.
Just because of that. I was like, you can't draft somebody that did that on video. But, they'd said 4 years of college or 3 years, however many he was there. He had not set 1 foot out of bounds, out of the line. He was a good guy trying to make up for it.
Mm-hmm.
People do stupid stuff with their kids.
Well,
absolutely.
Still have fun at his expense. Damn, Cody, you couldn't even uppercase Jeb's name. Come on, man.
Oh yeah, that's awful.
See,
Colin,
I don't get mad.
It's going to be Malik Willis or Matt Corral.
Yeah,
and it shouldn't be Malik Willis. It shouldn't be, but they love his numbers. He needs a Steve McNair program of 3 years of just not playing at all.
You think Kenny Pickett's falling?
Steve, you wish that on your cousin?
Kenny Two Gloves?
Yeah, little hands.
This quarterback crop is weak sauce.
Yeah.
Which is going to be funny because 3 of them's actually going to turn out probably because everybody thinks it's weak sauce.
Right.
Yeah, I was going to say there are several that could be good, but you're right. There's no consensus number one, or the people fighting for the top spot. It's just
in like 5 years.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe Kenny Pickett. Matt Corral is game breaker, but can he stay healthy?
How many years did Aaron Rodgers sit behind Brett Favre before he finally got on the field? It was 4 or 5, 6, maybe.
I was thinking 5, so it was somewhere in there.
Yeah, and then they just unceremoniously got rid of Brett Favre too soon because he ended up going to Minnesota and was really good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why if one of them falls, I think this would be a good year for Tennessee to pick a quarterback because
Daniel's
going to be the quarterback next year.
I think for any of these quarterbacks to do well,
they
can't be picked in the top of the draft. They need to be picked in the back half of the draft by teams that are actually have good organizations.
Yeah, and we'll sit them for a year or two.
Knowing my luck, the Lions will take Matt Corral at pick 30.
Yeah. Oh,
it's it could have been anybody else, and it was the Lions. Okay, Auburn's up by 12.
Crap.
And Drew Brees was not a first rounder. You're right. And then you can get great quarterbacks later in the draft, but if you look at the history of quarterbacks, first rounders tend to do better. It's just you might get lucky with somebody later on. But you can't just pick late in the draft and hope. Believe me, I know the Titans have picked a 6th or 7th round quarterback, I think almost every year for the last 7 years. And they're all cut before practice time or before preseason.
Well, Jay Walker or what his name was terrible. He was the first pick quarterback.
Titans have been bad at quarterbacks all around. So.
Yeah, they have.
They can't.
It's so bad.
That's why I'm glad they
we had Zach Mettenberger and didn't do well there. So. Yeah.
Jake Locker thought he was a running back playing quarterback.
Yeah.
In the NFL.
Mm-hmm. Mariota, Vince.
Wait, I'm supposed to throw the ball? What is this?
My favorite thing was the argument back in the day, but everybody couldn't figure out who was going to be the better pro, Mark Brunell or Billy Joe Hobart. And then you have people that would just stand Billy Joe Hobart over and say, he's going to be an all-pro guy. He's a great quarterback. And then Mark Brunell almost went to the Super Bowl with the Jaguars.
Yeah. Colin, you said if Tennessee got Aaron Rodgers, it's over. But the problem is the Packers won't a lot for Aaron Rodgers, which is understandable.
They should.
Yeah. But they want 2 first-round picks, and they'll probably get a top player or 2. I mean, we're not going to get rid of A.J. Brown for Aaron Rodgers. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
John Robinson ain't going to do that.
Kind of negate it. We already don't have a second round this year, so.
Exactly.
I don't see them giving up a lot of picks for him.
No.
Colin, I agree with that on AJ. I thought AJ was going to be something else.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good college quarterback, great college quarterback, but he was just average. When it comes to NFL talent, he's just average.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why he's been a backup for his entire career. He's made a good living doing that, so I can't really knock him. But when it comes to skill sets, he's not a 16-game starter.
Well, he tore his ACL like in preseason this year, backing up Matty Ryan. So
but still, he was not a 16-game starter before that.
No,
definitely won't be after that. But that's
saying.
just what he is. It's just his role. I mean,
I think he's a good backup for somebody.
He's somebody that could come in and not lose you the game.
He's Andy Dalton. I mean, that's what he is.
Right.
He's Andy Dalton with a more powerful arm.
That's the problem.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Well, he started for the Bengals.
Yeah.
Which
John, I've never
before this year was kind of like a banana peel away from being the Lions.
He he started last year whenever Dak Prescott went down. That was not good at all.
Mm-mm. I mean, it's what he is, man. Like, if you need Andy Dalton to start a game, you're probably in good shape. If you need him to start 16, well, you're probably going 6-10.
I have never heard of somebody's personality being described as a doorknob, but John, I'd say that's probably a good description for Zach.
Yes, absolutely.
It's a good description of your mother. Oh,
and now he's an analyst for Alabama. So,
is he really?
Yeah.
Met size at Alabama.
Good luck with that.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yep.
He was at Hillsborough High School here in Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah,
Wait, you were working.
A few weeks ago.
You were the boss of Messiah.
Really?
No. He was at the crosstown rival.
Hillsborough. Oh, okay.
I'm Hillwood.
Yeah. Sorry, my Nashville got away from me a little bit there.
Come on, man. Come on, WCB.
Hillsborough and Hillwood.
Hillsborough. They're the boroughs.
They're the boroughs.
Which is a jackass. They're the jackasses.
Oh, my God.
They're the boroughs, yeah. We're the Hilltoppers, so we're not much better. He's not leaving Green Bay. I think they'll pony up. Devontae Adams will convince him to stay. But if Devontae Adams bounces...
Oh, Devontae Adams is a free agent.
If he bounces...
Yeah.
I mean,
is Kirk Cousins getting traded?
Who knows?
I'd take it if the Saints picked him up.
That's definitely one of the...
Trevor Siemian, Kirk Cousins, I think
Simeon's a little bit better than Kirk Cousins.
Sean Payton left because he just looked at the roster and went, oh, crap. They're going to fire me, so I better retire.
Is this bad? I better go spend time with my family.
Oh, and you remember the story from last week? Ron Nielsen was named co-defensive coordinator.
Yep. Rush, baby.
Rush, baby. I wish Becky would have kept those. Because there was one of Frank Wilson as Flavor Flav with the clock around his neck. That was pretty awesome, too.
Oh, my gosh. That's cool.
It's funny how all of the coaches would laugh, and then Ryan Nielsen just wanted to beat your ass.
Yeah, he's like, and I'll see you in the parking lot. And it's like, man, figure out how your monitor works, buddy.
John, are you talking about Aaron Rodgers, or who are you talking about? Oh, Mettenberger. My bad. I say it now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mettenberger.
I can see that. I can see him not tipping.
Is he like no tipping Scottie Pippen?
Scottie Pippen Jr. is pretty daggone good, too. I saw him, we saw him last night.
Hey, why is Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan beefing?
I didn't know they were.
I didn't either.
Scottie Pippen's just trying to sell books.
Probably.
Does anybody in the chat knows why that's going on?
He's trying to sell books.
Well,
that's why.
But how is he trying to sell books?
By publicizing his beef with...
I mean, is he saying that the only reason why MJ was so good is because of, him?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I just heard there was beef.
He didn't like the way he was portrayed in The Last Dance.
I was gonna say maybe it had something to
and
do
he's
with
writing a book about his career. So he wants to sell books. He wants to get attention.
Okay, is it called Next to the Last Dance?
Is that a Garth Brooks song or a title of the book? Well, Colin transitioned us into baseball.
Yeah.
LSU and Ole Miss, are they the teams to beat? Hell, for the first time since 2008, I think Georgia's in the conversation. We finally got a great nucleus of teams. You want to talk about a team that's been in the cellar in baseball for a long time.
Alabama's has been in the cellar too, but
Fresno State broke us in 08.
I don't think Alabama's quite there yet, but
we were 4 innings away from winning the College World Series in 08, and then Fresno State broke us. It's like that scene in Dark Knight Rises where Bane breaks Batman.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened to Georgia. We spent all these years working out in the prison. I think we finally climbed out.
When Ole Miss and Tennessee plays this year, it will be the baseball game of extracurricular activities and may break the internet.
Extracurricular activities?
Those are facts.
Both of those teams do things outside of the normal playing of baseball, swag-wise and things like that. Yeah. There might be a fist fight somewhere in center field.
Well,
and then Arkansas and Mississippi State will complain about all of it.
There'll be a fist fight over all the girls in sundresses at Ole Miss games. That's about it, though.
Yeah.
You know, Cody, you might be right. I mean, Ole Miss can mash.
They can.
But Georgia's got some pretty good pitching. So, I don't know.
Alabama's got a great lineup. They just got young pitchers. That's the only issue with the team this year. I think all their starters are freshmen.
Yeah, Georgia's got a good 3-man rotation.
Mm-hmm.
So you got a Friday, Saturday, Sunday guy. Those guys are hard to hit. So.
Mm-hmm. Was y'all shocked that Vandy lost 2 games this past weekend? I was kind of shocked by that. I mean,
it's Vandy. They're gonna. It's Vandy. They're gonna.
Baseball in February. Baseball in February is a different animal, man.
It doesn't matter.
When those bats wake up.
Hats for bats.
Yeah.
I mean,
when it comes to mid-March, yeah.
When Jobu finally comes to town, it's.
My biggest concern this year is Derek Diamond's velocity. He starts off at 93, and then in inning 4, he's at 88. And
that's not good.
That is not good. I don't think he's a good enough pitcher to do that.
Right.
But if he can get that corrected, the staff has a chance to be really good because he's our Friday night guy. So there's going to be games that we start off potentially 0-1 because he had an off night. But I really like John Gaddis on Saturday. And I think Jack Washburn's going to eventually be the Sunday guy. And his dad used to pitch for the Angels. He's the guy that transferred from Oregon State.
Alabama's got a tough challenge this weekend. They play Texas at Texas. So we'll learn a lot about the team this weekend.
Yeah, that'll be a good game.
Probably get run ruled all 3 games, but if we could steal one, I would be happy.
I tell you what, Luke Wagner, he's a lefty sophomore. He looked solid last night, man. He came out after a delay, and he struck out 5 over the next 2 1/3 after a 22-minute light delay. Which any sort of delay, anything that disrupts rhythm and routine in baseball,
get some LED lights.
It's brutal. Yeah, we did have that light show on.
Jake knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But Ben Anderson went 4 for 4, man. They're starting to swing the bats a little bit, and that's something they kind of struggled with consistently last year. Corey Collins also hit a moonshot over the fence.
LSU scored nearly 50 runs in a weekend.
That's insane.
It's not bad.
Yeah, they just went out there and played gorilla ball.
That's
God.
So if you remember LSU baseball back in the 90s, it's like, whoa. And so I'm interested to see about that.
I see a doggy tail.
Yes. Just a tail wagging.
There's a tail.
He wants a milk bone, and he doesn't know why I'm not going back to the bedroom to give him one.
There you go. Jeb, you want to answer that?
Well, I didn't pick an outfit for the show. I'm just wearing my Carhartt because I'm supporting their whatever they're complaining about. I don't remember. I like to do the anti-protest.
Oh, I thought you were trying to get Carhartt to sponsor us.
These two new dudes rock.
Yeah, 50 runs. It doesn't matter if it was Maine. It could have been McGee High School.
Plus, I love Tennessee, but I'm not going to
college baseball is a weird sport because Maine can beat Florida State on any given day. I mean, baseball is that kind of sport.
Kind of like basketball. Anybody can beat anybody if the shots ain't going down.
Yeah. I tell people,
not like baseball.
I tell people all the time when we do post-game pods and everything for our game, it's like, hey, Ole Miss should absolutely sweep Charleston Southern. They should beat the heck out of them. But the important thing is to not drop one of them. The sweep is the most important thing. It doesn't matter if it's 6-5 or 16-0, because the one time you lose a non-conference game, you lose margin for error moving forward. And as this gets into conference season, you need to stack up these non-conference wins as much as possible.
And get as much confidence, because there's going to be a day or two where you're going to need your pitchers to bail you out of a slump at the plate. Like, I mean, it's great. Run rule is fun. Gorilla ball is awesome, but we all know in the sport of baseball that is not sustainable. You cannot rely on gorilla ball.
Right. It was in 1995.
Yeah, it was.
At the plate, Eddie Furnace. Boom.
No, it was more like ping, ping.
That home run traveled 767 feet.
Wow.
That's when Easton and TPX were like, "We need some viewers. Here's some juiced up bats."
It's when they were using ultralights too.
Yeah. Like 6 pitchers died.
Yeah,
I mean,
5-pound drops.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, man, it was brutal. I mean, these guys were like swinging toothpicks and just hitting balls a country mile. Like a pitcher's duel would be 25-22.
Do you know Eddie Furnace's son is like a commitment next year to Ole Miss?
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
DH.
He can rake. Yeah,
I bet he can rake.
I just remember his dad and just like ping, exit velocities of 145.
Exit velocity just 350 miles an hour.
It's amazing LSU didn't kill a pitcher back then.
Yeah,
they probably did.
We probably just don't remember it.
They probably did. That's probably why they deadened the bats a little bit and raised the mound a little bit.
That's back whenever college baseball, the only time you watched it was in Omaha. So you saw LSU every year and Skip Bertman and his guys. And, the Warren Morris home run, all of the players coming through there is like, up to bat, Eddie Furnace. He had 47 home runs this year. And it's like, what? How many games?
He had 47 home runs. He had 47 home runs yesterday. He hit 150 home runs and scored 300 RBI.
God.
Just last week.
Yeah.
God. Poor Tarleton State comes into Baton Rouge in 1995 and they just get 75 pieced.
Is that why the run rule got put in?
Probably.
Yeah.
Run rule doesn't happen until 7th inning.
LSU was hitting balls onto Tarleton State's campus from Baton Rouge.
Probably so.
I think Eddie Furnace killed somebody on LSU's campus from the baseball field, from home plate. Somebody's walking to the dining hall, and all they hear is this ping, and then they die.
I think I remember Joey Bell doing that too, where he just hit one that I don't know if it's landed yet.
I saw a friend of mine get one hit like that on him. He was pitching, and I was sitting in the dugout, and I heard probably the most solid sound off an Easton bat I've ever heard. I mean, it was like a crack ping. It was like a crack, ping. Just I can't even replicate the sound, but that ball got over the fence in about 0.47 seconds.
Dang.
And it was hit a mile in the air. Like as soon as it hit his bat, like you had no doubt.
That's when nobody moves in the outfield, they just watch it go by.
Yeah, it just turns around.
Yeah.
They did that in the Ole Miss baseball game today, and the ball cleared the fence by like 3 yards. It was like, man, that was not a drop dead, an easy thing. It was like, come on, show some effort, man. I know you're Arkansas State, but let's get it done.
Butch Jones' culture is bleeding over into baseball, unfortunately. He was trying to think about the motto that was given in the meeting before. We're going to get this thing brick by brick, base by base, stitch by stitch. He's like, what? Huh? Ping! Oh. Ping!
Oh, I miss college baseball. I'm glad it's back.
Yeah, for sure.
So, there's our baseball talk. Speaking of Major League Baseball, did they ended the lockout, didn't they?
No, they have not. And there was
They
a report
hate
that
each
come out.
other.
There was a report that come out today that said if there's not a deal done by Monday, they will not have a full season, and the players will not get paid for a full season. So that's what the owners want.
This is the way it goes. Major League Baseball and Major League Baseball Players Association is Dwight Yoakam and Rebecca De Mornay in Wedding Crashers.
Yeah.
That's the way it is. That arbitration, that's exactly how it goes. They're like, you probably left him out at a fire station.
What a dysfunctional organization.
Yeah.
Major League Baseball. The
And
owner,
speaking of
Bud Selig, was a goon. This new guy, whatever the hell his name is, he's a goon. Rob Manfred.
Yeah.
He's a goon burger. Like, come on, get like a real commissioner. And as much as we make fun of Roger Goodell, he's been outstanding for the NFL.
Yeah.
Adam Silver just bends over for the players in the NBA, lets them do whatever the hell they want to, and that product has gone way down. Although it's on its way back up now a little bit, but it's mostly star driven. It's not anything the league is doing. They just have some likable stars now.
And us Braves fans on here, there's a report that come out, I Bleav yesterday as well, that said that there's growing concern that Freddie Freeman will not be signed back with the Braves.
Yeah, the Yankees are flashing their rings and their money.
Yep. Well, the Braves
When's the last time
got a new ring to flash
Yankees
as well.
won a ring?
Exactly.
I don't know, but they got 27 of them, 28
Should
of
have
them.
shot A-Rod.
They got the Yes Network that like quadruples any payroll that any major league team can compete with. Like,
And they still go 500 every year.
With no salary cap, there's like, it's unfair how much they can pay players, but it's also funny that they do such a bad job evaluating which players to go after. They just throw money around like monopoly money, and they just buy all these mediocre players that are past their prime because they had some good stats and they played exciting baseball, and they get them all together and they're like, wait, y'all play the same position.
Yeah.
Hey, what is his name? Is his name Hank Steinbrenner?
Yes. George
Is he
Steinbrenner's grandson or something like that?
I think it's his son. But
son,
is there an example of a rich kid, more of a rich kid than Hank Steinbrenner? Because George Steinbrenner, there's actually some build up and everything's done. I mean, George Steinbrenner was legit.
Yeah, Mark Davis.
Right.
Mark Davis of the Raiders.
He looks like Simple Jack.
They're the same dude because like they got the franchise handed to them, and they're like way less talented than their fathers, and they're just like running the franchise into the ground.
Yeah, I don't think Al Davis paid a dime for the franchise whenever he got it. He just built the Raiders out of nothing. And all of a sudden he's a commissioner, he's a coach. Now all of a sudden he's the owner, and it's like, what is going on in Oakland? It's like
Al Davis was the greatest hustler in the NFL history.
Absolutely.
I kind of respect him for it.
Yeah, and him versus Pete Rozelle, that's a pretty good 30 for 30.
Yeah, that's a great 30 for 30. I haven't really watched a bad one. yet. And I've seen a lot of them.
Yeah, I enjoyed the four falls of Buffalo.
That was a good one. You Don't Know Bo was a good one.
Uh-huh.
I really like the two Bills.
I'm surprised there's no Herschel Walker documentary.
Yeah,
There
that's
is.
shocking.
There is Herschel. Yeah, it was done on SEC Network.
I mean, legitimate 30 for 30. Even you can take in the trade the Herschel Walker to the Minnesota Vikings. I'm surprised that hasn't been done.
Yeah, that was part of. I'm trying to think of what that one was part of. That was part of something. His USFL career was covered in small potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, his professional career just wasn't that compelling.
No.
Let's just be honest. I mean, he had a lot of production, but it was like all quiet because he was on a horrible Cowboys team.
When he was with the New Jersey Generals, bringing it back, USFL After Dark.
That was covered that was covered.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And his quarterback was Brian Sipe.
The most exciting part of his professional career was already covered in small potatoes. So,
Yeah, it was actually the best part of it because he broke the professional football rushing record his first year, and nobody knows about that because
it was the USFL.
Well, the USFL also played more games.
Right.
That was back when they played that was when they played 18 games in a season when the NFL was playing 14.
Yeah, but like Dion's double time, it talked about how he played a World Series game and an NFL game in the same day. Bo played two sports professionally. Like that's compelling. You had
and was really good at both of them.
Yeah, it was outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
Trojan War, that's actually a really good one about Pete Carroll and the USC. Celtics Lakers, Survive and Advance, OJ Made in America, All Madden, Requiem for the Big East. That's a really good one. Fab Five, Youngstown Boys, Nature Boy,
Playing for the Mob.
That was a really good one. I didn't think that was going to be a good one, but it was.
Yeah, because then you realize it's like, oh my goodness, this is the Goodfellas guys.
Yeah.
And then
Andrew
Five
Hill.
Slam Pajama was interesting. Guru of Go, I really like that one. Guru of Go, talking
That was
about
about Paul
Westfall.
Westfall. Yeah, Paul Westfall.
Last Days of Night was a good one. I have not seen Unguarded. I have not seen Without Bias. Those are good. Those are good. I've heard.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I do not want to watch the Without Bias one just because I know the ending of it.
The Tuck Rule, I got to check that one out. That's
a new one. Yeah, that's a new one.
Once Upon a Time in Queens.
That's a fantastic documentary.
Great one. Long Gone Summer, talking about Mark McGuire and Sammy Sosa.
And King Griffey Jr., they talk about he's in there a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good one, too.
Auburn's up by 14, by the way.
Dadgummit. Come on, Ole Miss.
No, it's over.
Ole Miss!
I think Kentucky's passing LSU also. So.
Yeah. If you listen faintly to an Ole Miss basketball game, you hear circus music.
Benny Hill in the background.
Yeah.
What was your favorite basketball one, Jake?
No, I can't remember.
When the Garden was king.
I ain't watched a lot of 30 for 30s. I've seen a few. But
And they're talking about the rise of the Madison Square Garden whenever the Big East became something.
Did they do a 30 for 30 on the fight at the Palace, Detroit, and
No, but there is a Netflix documentary about it.
Okay, I got
called Untold. It's called Untold, and it's Malice at the Palace.
Yeah, I gotta watch that because I remember that like it was yesterday.
It wasn't that in like the late 90s?
No, mid 2000s.
Yeah,
mid 2000s. Because
I was in college.
You think about the Bad Boys.
I was in college.
Isaiah Thomas, Bill Laimbeer, and all that, and the one fight that Detroit's known for, none of those guys were there.
No,
it was Meta World Peace.
Meta World Peace. Ron Artest at the time.
Yeah,
I think he's got like 4 name changes in his life.
Yeah.
I hear circus music. Oh my gosh.
Oh, he just threw up a 3 and nailed it.
Who did?
One of Auburn's backups.
A white boy?
Yeah.
Apparently there's a bunch of white boys on the court now.
Yeah, he looked like Eddie Munster.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe we actually talked about what we was going to talk about tonight and didn't get off the rails like right at the beginning like we did last week.
That's on me. I'm sorry. That's because the topic was so good with the USFL.
Yeah, it was. It was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey, we ain't had story time yet, Steven. You got a story for us tonight?
I don't think I have a story tonight. After the Ryan Nielsen, him wanting to meet me in the parking lot like freaking Happy Gilmore. Now I'll see you in the parking lot after the game. But
story time, boys and girls. Story time.
But that's the best thing. 2 weeks ago we had the Patrick Willis conversation, and we had Ryan Nielsen last week.
Yep.
Oh, I got something. Okay.
All right.
This was in 2005, maybe 2006. It wasn't Katrina. It was the hurricane that came through right after Katrina. If you remember correctly, Louisiana got hit twice.
Right.
Like back to back. And that second one came through, and we started playing Wake Forest. Wake Forest in that game, by the way, threw 3 passes. That's it. 3 passes. And just ran the ball straight down our throat. Easily wanted to win the game. But we had 2 lightning delays. So during one of the lightning delays, it stretched out to be like an hour break. So Coach Orgeron decided in his infinite wisdom to go in the IPF and have a full contact practice where we were waiting to play the game.
Oh
this is the reason we did not stop them, and they only threw the ball 3 times. But they had a full contact practice and just beat the hell out of each other for an hour, over and over and over again. And that actually happened. I think Wake Forest won that game 24-3. If you look at Ole Miss's stadium, I was in the camera well outside during the whole thing. So I got to see like all the weather and everything go off, because we shot low that game because of the weather. Normally I shot on top of the press box. But it was pretty interesting seeing the weather, because one of the things we used to do at Ole Miss is I would get up on top of the press box and count water towers.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How many water towers I got around there?
It was like 11 or 12 that you could see from the stadium.
Wow. Did not.
Hey.
I got plenty of water.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, a full contact practice during a weather delay. And a fight almost broke out between Wake Forest's assistant coaches and Ole Miss's assistant coaches, of Wake Forest trying to push through to get to the IPF to prove that we were having a full contact practice while they were not. I don't know why. I think Wake Forest should have been like, no, they're good. They can do whatever they need to do.
Yeah. Let them kill each other for all we
Right,
do.
exactly. There's been a lot of college football fights, but the most memorable one was that one with Miami. I can't remember. Was it Florida State that was playing?
It was FIU.
FIU, and I mean the guy took his helmet off to beat a guy with a helmet on. I mean, it just made no sense whatsoever.
Is that the one where Lamar Thomas was doing the sideline coverage and said, "Nobody comes into U and doesn't get their butt kicked. We will win every fight."
No one steps into OB. He said OB.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I mean, there's not a lot of logic in that. You take your helmet off and beat somebody that's got shoulder pads and a helmet on. I mean, I just did not understand the logic in that.
Myles Garrett at least ripped Mason Rudolph's helmet off and beat him with it.
And he had
Mason's got
like
his arms.
It got an indention in his head now. You know?
Yeah.
I'll rip your arms off and beat you to death with them.
Yeah.
You're my soldier, William Robert.
Yeah.
Man.
Corral taking up for AJ at State was a good one also.
Yes. Yeah. That's the one where he got into the fight with the kid from Bassfield. Which, by the way, it's a crime against humanity that Bassfield is no longer a school in Mississippi, and now it is Jefferson Davis Central.
Oh,
wow.
it's good.
Bassfield had a reputation from back in the day. Yeah, a new school was named Jefferson Davis Central.
I didn't say. I'm surprised I didn't get.
Yeah.
With everything going on.
But Bassfield had a reputation of they were the school that would send people behind the gym when the count man showed up, so they could always stay 2A.
Jeb, wake up.
Yeah. That's back when the count man was a legitimate thing. That's when Mississippi was a 5A, and now they have like 12 different classifications in all their high school football.
Jake, you've been in a few fights?
No comment.
Story time, Jake. Story time.
Some of them I can't repeat on here. So
he just doesn't want to have to make a select explicit.
yeah.
Jake killed a guy. Where'd you get a
I
trident?
I didn't do that. I didn't do that. But,
Boy, that escalated quickly.
yeah. I've had my share. I mean, my senior year in high school, I stayed in the principal's office most of the time. So there you go.
Was it like that fight?
They're closing my high school.
They're closing your high school?
My high school and my rival's high school. It's like it never happened. They're going to make it Simpson County Central. That's the ridiculous thing about Mississippi high schools, is they're consolidating thing. Yeah, they're consolidating everything and adding divisions. There's like 7 teams that's going to be in 7A and 6 teams in 6A. It's ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous.
Everybody gets a trophy. Do you have any stories about breaking up a girl fight while teaching? No. Luckily, the girl fights don't happen in my classes. I have. Let's see. There was a really big fight that I stopped. There was 2 people coming down the stairwell. See, like the way our school is set up is we have like multiple buildings. We have this breezeway, and then our building's like 60 years old. It's almost as old as Steve, but
You wasn't listening. It's all right.
He's not
did
paying
tunnel
attention.
vision.
Yeah.
Ole Miss, Bandits, Ole Miss. No.
Yeah.
So I'm walking in from the breezeway, and our basketball coach is sitting there. He's on lunch duty. He's like watching that area, and all of a sudden I hear from the stairs, and I'm not even in the doors yet. I hear from the stairs,
You got Coors Light?
"You got Coors Light here?" No, I hear like screaming, and like I hear somebody tearing ass down the stairs, and it's one of my players. And we have a game this day. This is a game day. He's wearing his jersey, for crying out loud, and he is. I see one guy bolt out the door, like look like Usain Bolt, just boom right past me. Like, okay, something's not right here, and I hear this kid, and I recognize his voice. So I'm like, okay, I better get ready here. And so as soon as he comes through the door, I WWE clotheslined him and just wrapped him up and carried him under my arm down the hall to my room.
Oh, wow.
He never laid a hand on the guy, so he never got in trouble. But, like, that's, yeah. Carried him to my, and he was like kicking, screaming. I'm like, relax, bro, it's me. And then he stopped. But and you know why he was so mad at the guy? You know why he wanted to rip the guy's head off? Because he called him a bitch.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
That's it. That's all it was.
Gosh.
I just gave him. I hit him with the. Wait a second. Really?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Man,
Where's the rest of this story?
Right.
one of the things, if 15-year-olds can realize that everything somebody says to them doesn't matter, the world would be a much better place. It doesn't matter if they call you a bitch. It doesn't matter if they call you a pussy. It doesn't matter anything. because this is a person that in
Rebel.
15 years is going to be working at McDonald's, and you're going to be doing something completely different, and you're not even going to think about each other.
That person is called a loser.
I tell people that I work with all the time, I said, I didn't realize going through middle school would help me get, the I guess build up to the job that I have today, because I'm in customer service, so I have customers cuss me out all the time. I'm just like, okay, I mean, can't help it that we ain't got nothing to sell you, because we ain't got nothing. Our suppliers ain't supplying us stuff. So
it's one of those things to where you can just honestly see, working in customer service, that the world is just screwed.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Don't try to make it better. Don't do whatever you need to do. You need to do whatever you do to make yourself better, because that is one thing I've discovered over the last 2 years is, as dumb as they get, the easier things get for me.
Right.
Because they just take themselves right out.
Yeah.
And you're just like, okay.
They're sitting here like,
I'm not going to get worked up.
We're going to pay $1,000 for a digital image on the internet. Like, really?
Right.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You're going to buy a digital image for $1,000.
Yeah, and you can just screenshot it.
Yeah.
And have it for free.
I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, and you paid $1,000 for it. The NFT situation is just tells me that this world is beyond hope.
Yes.
I mean, if Bernie Madoff was working around today, he would thrive right now. It would be a Ponzi scheme unlike anything we've ever seen, because people are just idiots right now.
I got mine for free, so I didn't pay for it. Somebody gave me mine. My Twitter picture's an NFT, but I got mine for free. Did not pay a dime. So I scammed the system.
I don't believe you.
Well,
the girl, I paid $15,000. Sorry, guys. Gonna have to hustle a little bit.
I didn't think Twitches made that kind of money.
We don't, but you know who does? The Russian bots. And the Russian bots, they're scared of NordVPN.
They are.
Do you guys want more?
Apparently.
You know what's more important than peace of mind? Nothing. And that's what NordVPN is here for. They give you peace of mind while you're online. And with all the threats that you face today on the internet, it's more important than ever to be sure that you have the best VPN you can get. NordVPN is the world's best VPN service, offering fastest connectivity, the most servers, and next-gen encryption to make sure everything you do online stays secure. Plus, you can use NordVPN on all your computers and devices, no matter the operating system. With NordVPN's unlimited bandwidth, you never have to worry about slow connection either. And plans start at $4 per month. So grab your exclusive NordVPN deal by going to nordvpn.com/Bleav, or just use the promo code Bleav. That's BLEAV to get up to 70% off of your NordVPN plan, plus one additional month for free. It also has a risk-free 30-day money-back guarantee. NordVPN, that's where it's at. So that's the gold star, the gold standard in security. Now, this next thing, if you're going to break up a girl fight, you better, like the old saying is, you better eat your Wheaties, because you're in for, well, this one is Athletic Greens, right? So tons of people take multivitamins. People eat their Wheaties. But it's important to choose one that is top quality. With one delicious scoop of Athletic Greens, you're absorbing 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, superfoods, probiotics, and adaptogens to start your day right. They have their special blend of ingredients supports gut health, which I need desperately, your nervous system, your immune system, energy, recover, focus, and the one that we all need, aging. It's also lifestyle friendly, and it fits a wide range of diets. So, Steve, your South Beach diet, it's great. There's only 1 gram of sugar and no chemicals or artificial anything.
Oh.
It sounds cooler that you do the South Beach. So reclaim your health and arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition. It's just 1 scoop and a cup of water every day. That's all. 1 call. That's all. To make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/Bleav. That's BLEAV. Again, that's athleticgreens.com/Bleav. These statements are not meant to be evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. And you can check, yes, micro machines. And you can check this link in our description too. So if you want to find any of these links. So, anyway, yes.
Yeah. By the way, Russia invaded Ukraine. By the way, that's the reason we probably have no Russian bots.
Well, I was going to say if they had if Ukraine had NordVPN, then maybe they could have stopped Russia from coming in.
I know.
Well,
Beatrice is on her. She's on her audition right now. So,
are they making a new Golden Girls?
They must be because Beatrice isn't here tonight.
Right. And John, I was just going to comment. I'm in the plumbing business. I'm a plumbing salesman, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
Millennials are easy to scam. No, those are boomers, bro.
No, millennials are easy to scam.
I'm a millennial, and I don't fall in that category.
Yeah, I am too. I'm a millennial.
Yeah,
I'm not easy to. Well,
yeah.
No.
Now you're not like me and Jeb, who are Generation X, because we just don't trust anything that's told to us.
Yeah, that is the truth.
It's like, oh, okay, we can make $1 million doing that. Okay, have fun with that. Talk to you later.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations.
Take me to dinner one night.
Yeah.
Wait, you're a Nigerian prince, and you're going to give me $4 million? All I got to do is just give you the bank account to put it in?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I had a cousin. Yeah. I had a cousin that fell for that.
Yeah.
Of course you did. Gen X will scam both of you. You're probably right.
No, it's not. It's not blood, and he's not Gen X. He was a millennial.
Yeah.
There you go. So.
But yeah, he fell for the Russian or the Nigerian prince thing.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you get the your long lost grandpa is dying over in Timbuktu, and we're going to try to bring him back over here to the States. So we need like $400, and we just need you to give us your bank account number, your bank routing number, and all that. We'll handle it from there.
My mom gets like 400 text messages a day from all sorts of like political scams.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Patriots need you. Joe Biden is about to, or like some Democrat senator or something like that.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe Biden.
I like it.
They do the same thing on the other side too.
Yeah.
Oh, both sides are terrible.
Yeah.
Their fundraising is just absolutely stupid.
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm very upset because all it took was that whole generation dying out that fought in World War II, you just have a bunch of mindless sheep going straight down that road. It's like,
yeah.
They're actually defending Russia for invading another country on Fox News right now.
Yeah, I know.
And it's all because they do team sports for a Republican or team sports for a Democrat, but the team you really own is America, the USA. And the fact that they don't understand that, it just drives me absolutely freaking crazy.
It's all about manipulation.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Neither party cares about the American people. They just care about their boosters and their sponsors. That's all they care about, and to fatten their wallets.
And to get all the power.
Yep. That's all they care about.
So if a politician says they care about you, they are lying to their tooth.
And that's all they do is lie.
And if you believe Fox News or if you believe CNN, I got none for you.
Yeah.
That's why I just watch YouTube TV all the time.
I just get my news off of Twitter.
InfoWars.
Yeah.
I just every headline I just try to strip like I just try to find that one shred of news, and that's the actual news. Like everything's based on actual fact, but it's just so far stretched that you don't know what it actually is. But you try to like the key skill is to see if you can find the real fact.
Just like the fact checkers on Facebook. I mean, anything you post, they fact check it, and I mean it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And their fact checks are wrong.
That's too many people posting. I can't actually check them all. I don't know why they pretend
I
to.
know.
But
Exactly.
Yeah. Anyway,
Potato Head chose war payback.
if you invade another country, you're wrong. That is period, and that is worthy of everybody else standing up to them. So I don't think this is a Potato Head Joe war or anything like that. This isn't politics at all. This is something that the USA is supposed to stand up for. What we're supposed to be about.
I mean, look, like you said, World War II, Germany started invading everybody, and
we had to stand up to it. We didn't want to, but we had to.
Well, we was actually going to stay out of that war and give them money and weapons and stuff until we got attacked at Pearl Harbor, thanks to Japan. Then we
said, screw it.
Yeah.
A bad political situation that everybody's trying to compare what's going on is getting into the Iraq situation.
Yeah.
Under false pretenses and for oil and everything. That is not something that the USA should have been in any part of.
Nope.
But this is closer to World War II than anything else that we've been in.
Yeah.
In 100 years. And
this is very eerily similar to Hitler invading Poland.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the lack of doing something is close to Neville Chamberlain and the policy of appeasement going into the beginning of World War II.
If this gets any worse, we're going to have to jump in.
Yep.
And so it'll be Russia and China versus U.S. and the rest of the world.
Guy, I don't think we need to close our borders. They're illegal immigrants. They're already illegal. There's not a lot we can do. The one thing that people complain about and that they want is a wall, and walls over history of man. They are built to keep people out. They eventually keep people in.
Plus, I'm not sure what closing our borders has to do with Ukraine. It doesn't help anything.
Yeah.
I guess it doesn't hurt either. It's just,
I mean, it is what it is. With the borders, you're not gonna. I mean, even if you have a wall, you're not gonna. I mean, it's just there's no perfect system.
Listen, we had this pandemic that happened. There was going to be migration after this because in Honduras and El Salvador, that is not a good place to be in a pandemic. No. There's going to be people try and move, and they're going to try and improve their life.
Plus, with all the complaining about there not being enough people taking these jobs, when you want immigrants to come in, they'll take the low-paying jobs. Why do you want to close the border?
Right.
They'll do all the dirty work.
There you go. Seems good to me. I don't understand it.
Just let them. I don't know. Just let them.
Politics is a team sport. Republican and Democrat, both of them. Politics of a team sport. Have I been to Europe, Cody? Yes, I lived in Italy for 2 years. Republican and Democrat as a team sport is the problem we have in this country because the team that everybody is on is the USA. Period.
Should be anyway.
Yes, it should be, but it ain't to them.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So
going in to set up a proper government, you're probably right, John.
Yeah. That's what the Germans did with France.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure, and I don't remember off the top of my head, and I've not looked it up, but I mean, I'm pretty sure they invaded before Poland. They took other land and said it was because it used to belong to Germany, so they should have it back.
Czechoslovakia.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what's going on here with Russia. It's like, this land is ours anyway. It should be. Or they don't want to be part of Ukraine.
History is absolutely repeating itself because we just got too proud.
It does sound like the same thing over
and honestly, this has been a Russian thing for the whole time to weaken the U.S. and the disinformation they put out, and they do all of this stuff. It just bothers me so much. Anyway, hotty totty, Cody, man.
This is going
off
the rails in a real random direction.
Yeah, this is all weird off the rails tonight.
We're not even having fun anymore.
I usually try to not talk politics.
Yeah.
Honestly, this isn't politics.
Right. Yeah.
That's the thing that everybody needs to understand. This isn't politics. This is what made the USA great, and our rise over the 20th century was because of sticking up for countries like the Ukraine.
Yeah.
And Cody, we still love you. So
Yeah,
how do
it's all
you
good.
Yeah, no hard feelings. Disagreement doesn't mean hatred. That's
Oh,
that's also what's wrong. That's also what's going wrong in this country is
Yeah.
people automatically say, "I disagree. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you," instead of, "Yeah, we disagree. So what?"
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, it's okay to disagree with each other. My gracious, you know.
My other show, Locked On Ole Miss Podcast, the whole purpose of it is commentary and perspectives. I want as many people with as many different views about Ole Miss sports as possible because I can't do it by myself. I don't want to do it by myself. Yeah, I don't want you to just have my view of what's going on. I want you to hear from other people and what they're thinking about.
Right.
That's the worst thing about politics right now. I had a couple of nasty fights on Facebook that I didn't realize were fights. I thought we were discussing something, and then I just found out later on that the people were just having meltdowns because I wasn't immediately agreeing with everything they said. And I hate that now. I don't understand why it's that way.
I mean, what happened to debate?
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
That's what.
Half the time, I'm not even completely against what they're saying. I just like to hear them defend it because it helps me understand their point of view.
You're an ex-lawyer. I mean,
And I'm real bad about the cross-examination and the asking questions. But I want to know why they think the way they do. And most people can't tell you nowadays. They just know they feel that way.
Yeah, somebody. I'll leave
Usually
their
comes
name.
down to I
their
heard
name.
it on CNN or Fox News is what it comes down to.
I'll let's say this. Like they just put a tweet up there by John Schneider. Do y'all know who John Schneider is? That's Bo Duke from the Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah.
And that's where they were getting their news and talking about what was going on. So I simply asked them, what does Daisy have to say?
Give everybody
Russian bots.
And they end up blocking me. Oh, there we go.
Here we are.
Yeah, that's. I hate that it's gotten so
Beppa the Boopy.
angry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that Buca de Beppo?
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay if you disagree with somebody, but they just absolutely just go bonkers, you know, and start getting mad. I mean, debate. That's how this country started. I mean, there's always been two political parties, and I mean
they've always hated each other.
Exactly.
Yeah, from the very beginning.
From history.
Yeah.
From the Virginia Compromise, they've always hated each other. I mean,
Exactly.
it's always
That's
been
why
this way.
that's why it's called a compromise. They finally compromised on something that they both could agree to. It took a while.
I think the real problem that's going on with our country is the fact that nobody wants to get into politics. So our best and our brightest are not doing statesmen anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Best and the brightest are doing other things. The same thing's happening with the police force. There are people that used to do those jobs that are not doing them now, and now they've got low rent type people taking those jobs, and because of that, you see what happens.
And one bad apple in the police force doesn't make all cops bad.
No, not even a little bit.
No. I mean, I know a lot of cops, especially where I live at. My cousin's the actual chief, and his entire squad is absolutely amazing. He has got a great.
How many people live in your
squad,
town?
So, like 200. So I mean,
Oh wow.
Well,
maybe 300. You know, so yeah, it's a small town and a small little city, but it's a tight knit community, and it's
Just
great.
a small town boy.
Yeah.
But whenever you're talking about the southern border,
Daisy was so hot. All right, guys.
Crazy was.
yeah, whenever you're looking at the southern border and all that, what's going on, just realize that there was a pandemic, and as bad as we handled it, we probably handled it 50 times better than other countries.
Oh yeah, for sure.
People are always
just-
going to want to come into America. We stop them as best we can. We snuff them out. We find them, and we do the best we can with it.
You're not going to stop them all.
No.
You're not.
And,
They're going to scale the wall. They're going to dig underneath the wall. They're going to come in from the ocean. Now they're going to find ways in. I mean, you're not going to.
And
The
if
best-
they said they're keeping the bad guys out. Well, there's bad guys already in America.
yeah, lots
So,
of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you make it illegal for the bad guys to come here, I'm pretty sure they're not going to give a shit.
Exactly.
They're already bad guys. You
Yeah.
just said it in their name.
It's kind of the same argument. It was like, well, if you take all our guns, only the bad guys are going to have guns. And everybody's heard that argument. It's like the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So.
It is kind of true.
Yeah.
I mean,
But yeah, honestly, I recommend. Honestly, if you watch the news, see the three different perspectives, believe about 20% of it, and see what you see and make your own decision.
mm-hmm.
Baby Schoolhouse Rock. Yes.
But no, I mean, like somebody like Tucker Carlson,
Oh,
he's played for both teams.
Oh,
Right.
very much so. Yeah.
Yes.
CNN and Fox.
and not only
he
that,
goes
I
where
think
money
he's
is.
I think he's compromised because
Yep.
he's basically fueling Russian state information at this point. I think he's
just doing what Boss Man says.
Right.
Yeah, that's
He's,
what I'm
he's a
saying.
puppet. He's a puppet. There's no way around. Tucker Carlson is a puppet. If he was working for CNN, he'd be a puppet. He would have the most liberal view. He's working for Fox News, so obviously he has the extreme right view now.
Yeah.
He's a puppet.
Yeah.
That's what he
Wait.
is. That's what those people are. He's a puppet. They're puppets.
All news media pretty much is.
Oh yeah. It's
There's
at the
no
point where
real
there
opinions.
is no Walter Cronkite anymore. There's nobody that you can just hear what's saying and trust what is being said.
Right.
Because money is gotten too close to content, and money ruins everything. Like, people are going to on these fan sites with NIL contracts that you see. I'm sure there's some at LSU. I'm sure there's some at Alabama. There's some at Ole Miss, to where they're paying people to do things on their show. This is too close to content. So if something bad happens to that player, that content is going to be pushed to the back burner. It's going to be swept under the rug. It's going to become very opaque because money is too close to content.
Yeah.
When
Exactly.
you see collectives and I was like, welcome to the Grove Collective, Caleb Warren, and it's like, the whole team's on there. You're not going to report that somebody is publicly intoxicated because you're financially invested in them doing well.
Right.
Yep. You're going to sweep that thing under the rug.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that money's coming in.
And college football is going to be suffering because of that. That's the biggest thing in the world. I think the media should be nowhere near NIL.
No.
Or just don't consider yourself a journalist or media. Consider yourself what we are. We're entertainment.
Yeah, we're commentary.
We're commentary and entertainment.
Oh. We are definitely entertaining.
We are commentary.
Yeah, money too close to content, that is a huge problem right now.
But speaking of money, if you want to donate, you can.
Yeah, seriously. My
I'll put my Venmo on the screen if you guys want to put money close to this content.
Yeah.
But we're not
If
journalists.
you just DM it to Steve, I don't think we'll see any of it. So make sure you
exactly. So
Yeah.
DM it to Steve.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We're starting a GoFund, Steve.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, well, sorry we got a little bit heavy tonight, guys. Even you, boopity beppo.
Yeah.
Beepity boppity boopity beep bop.
Yeah.
Ain't that an old cartoon?
Family Guy.
Family Guy. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he could speak
Well,
Italian
he's an
because he had a
old cartoon now.
mustache.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been on for like 20 years. It seems like.
We did so at in my AV class I had my kids do like they were recording segments or whatever, and this one kid comes up to me, he goes, "Hey, can we do he goes, "Have you ever seen Family Guy?" I go, "Really?"
Yeah.
He goes, "Can we do this scene?" And it was the cutting in front of the line in front of Italians scene
Oh yeah.
from
Yeah.
Family Guy. So we
There is no
recreated
line for Italians.
You remember when dude cut in front of the Italians in line?
Yeah, but there wouldn't be a line if there were Italians. That's the point.
Right.
That is true.
Italians
But-
Two
I
of
see
my
what you
favorite scenes in that show, and I'm not being judgmental or anything, but the Asian woman driving and she's trying to like,
Cuts across like
I
four
go
lanes.
now. Good luck everybody else, and everybody else. She just gets over in the far left hand and just kills everybody behind her. And then the other one is whenever Lois and Peter start fighting, and she gets on top of Peter and says, "You like eating red carpet? You like eating red carpet?" And then old Quagmire's outside listening. He just falls out and goes gee. Yeah, it is so funny.
I have belly laughed at a lot of those episodes.
Oh my gosh,
The one where Brian owes Stewie money is hilarious.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
You got my
Where's my
money?
money?
Where's my money, man?
Yeah.
Where's my money?
Just beat the crap. And then Peter and the chicken fighting, like they fight like 5-6 different times. It's good.
And it's like 13 minutes long. The whole
Yeah.
I know,
episode is a
exactly.
chicken. It's so great.
Yeah. Peter playing for the New England Patriots.
Wilkins, Hyundai, and Subaru.
Yeah.
We have Hyundais and Subarus.
Yeah.
Hi.
And then you have Shapoopy.
Yeah. Hi.
Shapoopy.
By the way, this is tangentially related. A Million Ways to Die in the West. The best that Charlize Theron has ever looked.
That was a
is now
good movie.
free to watch on IMDb. I've been looking for that free to watch for a while because I'm not willing to pay for it, but it is out now streaming. So
That is a good movie.
Yeah, I think it's on Peacock, too.
Mhm.
oh, is it okay?
Yep.
I saw it on IMDb TV.
And if anybody here is a wrestling fan, like I am, Undertaker is headlining the WWE Hall of Fame this year.
Oh, nice.
Well deserved.
I heard Stone Cold might come out of retirement for
Yes.
WrestleMania
I cannot
in
wait.
Dallas.
Yes.
I'd actually watch that.
Yeah,
I haven't
there.
watched wrestling in years.
I
There's
think that's on
one
Peacock,
of-
too.
Yes, one of the guys, Kevin Owens. He's been
That's on
he's
USA.
been building that
No,
up a little
USA.
bit. Yeah. Raw and SmackDown both are on well, they're on USA, but like the pay-per-views, you either pay it or you have Peacock. It's on there on the WWE Network. That's where the WWE Network is on Peacock. But Kevin Owens has been trashing, Dallas and Texas pretty hard. So I think they're trying to build that up for Stone Cold to come back.
Well, to combine those two things, previously hard to find movies and wrestling. Suburban Commando is another one. If you ever find that, let me know. I've been trying to watch that for like a year and a half now, but it's
Oh,
not
wow.
free anywhere.
So John, I got a story too that kind of relates to that. I played music in my PE class, and I started playing one of the greatest rap duos of all time, Outkast.
Oh,
And this kid,
Hey.
even better than that, Elevators, best Outkast song they make.
Shake it like a Polaroid picture.
what about Caroline, man? That's my favorite.
That's Roses.
Yeah,
That's a great one.
Roses. Yeah.
That's Andre. That's from Love Below.
Caroline.
Caroline.
Yeah.
All the girls that say that
She's
you are
mighty
mighty fine.
Yeah.
Only got you somewhere half the time.
Another half
Okay,
got you.
got you. Boom.
Or down, lost, confused, something like that.
Well, okay.
Coming up, Shaw. No, Elevators.
I gotta check that out. I don't remember it.
It's from the ATLians
Okay.
album.
We are 15 minutes away from a 2-hour show, by the way.
Well, let's go. Let's get it. So I was listening. I put on Outkast, and this kid comes up to me and goes, "Coach, what is this crap?" It's like,
Oh, no.
I was like, "Why are we listening to this lame
Put him in a
stuff?"
diamond cutter?
I did. I RKO'd him. I was like,
The diamond cutter. There you go.
I was like, son. I was like, all right, who's your favorite rapper? He goes, Young Boy NBA.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, first of all, that's the wackest answer you could have given me. Second of all, Young Boy's not even a thought without Outkast, because Outkast put the South on the map. So beat it.
Yep. Yep.
Scram, little guy, scram.
Let's talk about
Get off
Garth Brooks.
Get off my lawn.
You still believe Garth Brooks needs to be a Super Bowl?
Yes.
Yes.
That needs to happen.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that.
That'd be a great show.
Also, one of the coolest things ever is going to a game at Tiger Stadium and that first riff of Colin Baton Rouge hits.
Yeah.
That place goes absolutely nuts and they become unhinged.
For the rest of the game.
Yeah. They become unhinged when they wake up that morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This just allows them to channel. It's like, okay. It used to be, it was like, it's Saturday night in Tiger Stadium. Chance of rain never. And
Right.
I was down there in like 2 rainstorms and it was raining. And he said that. And I was like, come on, guys. But people just lost their mind whenever that happened.
I'm sure.
Bum, 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 dun.
Oh, yeah. They lose their mind on that one, too. You're right. They do lose their mind a lot.
Favorite Garth Brooks song, Steven?
Huh?
That's why they're good fans.
Favorite Garth Brooks song?
Colin Baton Rouge, honestly.
Colin Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
Mine's
If I wasn't an Ole Miss fan, if I didn't grow up and just completely changed and everything Ole Miss, I would be an LSU fan. I have no doubt about that.
Mine's That Summer. I don't know why. I just love that song.
We get unhinged when we have our beer with our egg McMuffins at 10 a.m.
Y'all start about 6 in the morning.
Shit,
Come on,
y'all have been up for 6 hours at 10 a.m. So
yeah, exactly.
we'll get a no.
Yeah.
My favorite, and this is for personal reasons, because when I was 15, I started a tradition at family reunions, and then that bled over into actually karaokeing it with the writer of the song here in Nashville at the bar Losers, Friends in Low Places.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah.
Earl Buddy Lee wrote the song, and he came up to me. He looks like Doc Brown, first of all, from Back to the Future.
And
So
Scott.
yeah,
So I'm up there. You know, I've had a few bourbon gingers at this point, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put my name on the karaoke list. And so I go up there, and I'm wailing away on Friends in Low Places, and he comes up the stage. I'm like, who the hell is this guy? Who let this homeless guy in here? He's like trying to take the mic from my hand. I'm like, what are you doing? And so I Heisman'd him.
Oh,
I Heisman'd him, and I kept going. And then the dude controlling the song, he stopped the song. He's like, "No, dude, this dude's legit. He's for real." So then I ended up singing it with him, and then we had a drink after. He bought me a drink afterward, and
the rest is history.
the rest is history. That's my story.
Second
I think it's
Garth
on
Brooks
my.
show.
I think
Second-
it's on my Facebook page too.
Second Garth Brooks song that I think about is Beaches of Cheyenne.
That's good.
That's a good one. I love Colin Baton Rouge. I
Yeah.
love Standing
love-
Outside the Fire.
I love Papa Love Mama.
I love Mo is a good song.
Yeah, good.
Papa
He
was a trucker nearly all his life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He never hit the brace, and he was shifting gears.
Rodeo's good.
Rodeo.
Long
The
Neck
same
Bottle's
album.
good.
And Shameless was also on that album. That was album number 3.
Good.
American Honky Tonk Bar Association is a good one.
That was album 4.
Y'all like the
I
dance?
like Against the Grain. The
The
dance is a
Dance.
good song.
I love the dance too.
Basically, everything he performed at Central Park is.
There is a song that of his that is really under the radar. You don't really hear a lot of it, but I think it's called "When You Come Back to Me Again." It was apart from the movie Fireproof with Dennis Quaid.
Mm-hmm.
I love that song too.
Do y'all
know
remember
that
Chris Gaines?
I do.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember Garth Brooks's Major League Baseball career with the San Diego Padres?
Don't remember that.
I don't remember that.
People don't remember Tony Gwynn's Major League Baseball program or career with the San Diego Padres.
I know, that's a good point.
He faced there was a stat on him. He faced Greg Maddux, Tom Glavine, John
I saw
Smoltz,
that.
Pedro, and I forget who the 5th guy was, and he only struck out 3 times.
Yeah, against all of them. Tony Gwynn was like an
And it was like
electric
1,000 at bats or something like that. It was
Tony Gwynn
insane.
struck out 188 times in the 90s.
Yeah, in the 90s. Yeah. That's crazy.
It's like, oh my God.
It's like this guy was so good, and he was just stuck at the Padres. It was so bad.
And Greg Maddux only faced a 3-0 count like 100 times in his career, and like 97 of them were intentional walks.
Yeah. Crazy. You're talking about a guy who hit the corner. It was amazing.
Have you seen that meme? Don't let Greg Maddux paint your house because he only paints the corners.
Yeah. Yes. That's true, though.
Comes in there with an 86-mile-an-hour fastball that you have no chance of hitting.
No. I mean,
and he even told somebody, he goes, I don't know why you're trying to steal pitches. I'll tell you what I'm about to throw. It's an 89-mile-an-hour sinker, and you're not going to hit it.
Right. Yeah. And then Glavin was known for his slider, I Bleav.
Yeah.
He could paint the corner of a slider.
And a circle change.
And
he
a
just
circle
pulled the
change.
string on that thing, and nobody could touch it.
Yep.
But then again, Tom Glavin was always like, he just painted the corners, let the guys put ball in play, and nobody really ever hit him hard until he got to the Mets.
Right.
Then they started just tagging him when he got to the Mets.
Wasn't he the Game 7 pitcher of the World Series game, and he won like 1-0?
That's Game 6, yes.
Game 6,
yes,
yeah.
David Justice hit the home run.
Yep. Crazy.
Oh yeah, I remember that. How old were you, Jake, when that happened?
I was born in 91, so I was 4 or 5.
You're young.
Yeah.
I'm 30 now. I'm not really young.
I was in 5th grade.
Wait, you were born in 91?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was born when I was in 1st grade.
It's like I remember 91.
Yeah,
When
I
he
remember
was-
that too.
When he was born, I was 15. I had my driver's license.
You could get driver's license in at 15, or you talking about your permit?
No, my
Mississippi, you
permit.
get a driver's license at 8,
Yeah,
Well,
I got my permit at like 14 and a half.
especially where he's from.
Yeah.
He probably knew how to. He probably like in Mississippi. You probably learned how to drive at 6.
Yeah, I had driving
Soon as
was
you're-
easy. For me and my friend Chris, we were in the same driver's ed car, and then there was a girl that hadn't driven at all. And
Oh, Lord.
I'm driving, and I was going fine. Chris drove, it was fine, and then he put her in there, and we all thought we were going to die.
Well, it's a woman driving. There you go.
No, I think
Cassidy's in the chat,
inexperienced
Jake.
job.
Cassidy's in the
Oh,
chat.
anytime we go to town, I'm driving. I do not care. I'm in the control of the radio, and I'm in control of the wheel. Because I do not trust anybody else driving besides me.
Oh yeah.
Because
yeah.
she'll tell you I drive like a grandpa. I drive like five miles under the speed limit.
Yeah.
Nice.
I've never had a ticket. So there you go.
Steve, how old were you in 1983? That's when I was born.
In 1983, I would have been.
45.
Depends on the year when you was born, because I was June. So when's your birthday?
I was born in September.
September. So I was 7.
I was only 4.
Beavis and Butthead, the driver's ed episode. That
Oh.
was great. Oh my god.
Well, don't get me started on Beavis and Butthead. Now we could go a whole another 2 hours on Beavis and
Oh
Butthead.
yes. Oh yeah.
But in
I laugh
1983,
uncontrollably.
1983, that year, I went to and saw the Immaculate Deflection. I was in the stadium when the wind blew back the field goal for Mississippi
Oh, wow.
State, and Ole Miss won the game. Yeah, it was absolutely bizarre. But I was in that
I'm
stadium.
Cornholio.
Hey, we got a special guest, Steve, on SEC After Dark. We welcome the great Cornholio.
Oh, I'm Cornholio.
TP for my bunghole. Huh, Cornholio.
So, how was your quest for TP for your bunghole?
No good.
I laugh uncontrollably at Beavis and Butthead. It is
I need TP for my bunghole. Huh, bunghole.
so. Steve to me is like me to Jake, in age differential. Here.
That sounds about right.
Steve was born in '76. I was born in '83. Jeb,
79.
nice.
So I'm between y'all.
I always joke with Steve because it's S.A. Willis 1976, and I always joke with him at 1776.
Yeah. Hey, I was born during the Gerald Ford administration.
I don't even.
Wow.
Who's
That's Jimmy Carter.
There's not many people that can say Gerald Ford, but Gerald Ford, yeah. And I actually met him, by the way.
was that the last year of Jimmy Carter?
No.
What's wrong with that guy?
No, Reagan was an 80, wasn't he?
81.
81, okay.
So 77 to 81 would have been Jimmy Carter.
80 would have been the election year. But yeah, took over in 81.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was born in June.
I was a Reagan baby.
Yeah.
So I was born
Beavis
like
is the
18.
best show.
Beavis and Butthead. Ren and
18.
Stimpy was really good. There's a
Ren
lot
and
of
Stimpy
good
was
ones.
kind of weird, but
It
Beavis and
was.
Butthead was. God,
Yeah,
there's a reason those episodes are only 15 minutes long.
yeah. Yeah.
I mean, they can't go much further.
No.
Like the movie kind of sucked because it was an hour and a half. You can't
Yeah.
stretch out Beavis and Butthead for an hour and a half. You just can't do it. That's just not
That
what that
needs to be a
show's meant to
30-minute
be.
movie.
That's just what that show's not meant. That show's not meant to be more than 15 minutes. And it's
The SEC
glorious.
tournament this year is in Amalie Arena.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, it's down here in Tampa. And Ole Miss is just like a joke in basketball.
So's George. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, and
Speaking
in
of-
like 2 weeks they also come down and play Central Florida. And it's like Ole Miss all around me.
Speaking of 30 for 30s, the Miracle 3 one that was SEC Network.
Oh, of
ESPN
miracles
Films.
of miracles of men is the best 30 for 30.
No, Steve, the one that you and I could relate to the most, because I was like brand new on the job when the whole like tornado fiasco happened at the SEC tournament.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, because
Yeah,
we were sitting there cutting all that up, and
Yeah, we
it was
were
like, what is going on? And the lights started swaying, and
Oh, crap.
yeah,
we were.
So y'all was in the middle of a tornado.
no, we were watching it happen on TV.
Okay.
Yeah, live. It's like, what is going on? But they had to get people evacuated.
And
Yeah,
I was like 2 weeks into this job,
yeah.
and I'm like,
He was
I
still.
pulled- yeah, we pulled an all nighter. I had a panic attack because like my body just was like shutting down, like I couldn't handle. I'd been up for like 48 straight hours,
Yeah, it was,
just about.
And then Ashley Russell would come in and do her Yahoo Sports Minute, and she would completely mess up the script because if it went south for her Ashley Russell, she was not getting it back.
Oh,
And you were
God.
just
She
going to be
wasn't.
there. Yeah, you were just going to be there for 2 hours while she was trying to read a script. And it was like, once it's gone, it's gone. You
it
might as
didn't
well
help
know
that-
that today is going to suck.
And it didn't help that Blair, like, she couldn't read a snarky script that
Yeah.
Blair wrote.
She was she honestly she was kind of like Ron Burgundy. There was no emotion, but she would read exactly what the script said. So if you needed something to be
Snarky.
come from what she's supposed to say, she couldn't do that. She would just say it. And then if you tried to get it again, there's a chance that she would get upset. And then whenever she lost it, it was gone.
Mm-hmm.
And it would take her some days 2.5 hours to do a 90-second script.
And there were some days where she got a 90-second script done in 60.
Yeah.
I mean, it was you didn't know which one you were getting. And Ashley and Blair were oil and water.
Jeb,
Hey,
quick question.
Crashly Nussle, yeah.
Jeb, quick question for you.
Yeah.
What time you get up in the mornings?
I got to be up about 7. Of course, that's Eastern, so 6
I know.
Central.
I was supposed to say it's 11:30 for you guys.
Yeah,
yeah, it's gonna be tough for y'all to get up.
it is.
Well, not
SEC
for
after
Steve.
midnight.
Yeah, yeah.
Midnight
I
madness.
I think I just
Yeah.
mentioned I was born during the Carter administration. I probably have to get to sleep.
Yeah.
Joe Ford.
President Lincoln.
Oh no, you're
That's
Ronnie.
Steve.
You're Ronnie,
Yeah.
and he's 90. If he's 91, he's probably George Bush.
Bush.
Yeah, he's H-Dub. He's
Mhm.
H-W Bush.
Wouldn't be prudent.
But
But I don't. I say I was too young to remember his.
Dana
I just
Carvey's
remember.
best impression of all time.
I just remember Clinton. That's when I started remember president. 'Cause I was kind of young during George H.W.
God,
I remember Clinton's.
Dan
I
Quayle
did not
came
have
to my
sexual relations
school.
with that woman.
Dan Quill came to my school. Well, it didn't come to my school because I was in first grade, but he came to no, it was in '92. I was in second grade. He came to the high school in my town.
Did he enter the spelling contest?
He did not, but that didn't stop some kids from making fun of him.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in and still watching the show. We've done 2 hours.
Nice.
So thank you very much.
Now we can get out of here.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, we hit our 2-hour mark. All right.
Yeah.
So we are SEC After Dark. We thank you for listening. This is also USFL After Dark. On the next episode, I will have a team established. I will have a team. So we thank you for sticking with us, especially you, John. I guess those tequila shots really got you going. Dana Carvey is outstanding. And I got to do a discussion with my students about how Saturday Night Live is just
30 more minutes.
now.
There we go.
Well, read my lips. No new taxes.
No new bits.
No new bits. All right. So we thank you for watching. We'll catch you back here next week. For Jeb, for Jake, for Steve, I'm Corey. We are SEC After Dark, presented by BetOnline.ag, NordVPN, and Athletic Greens, as well as Body Light. We thank you for listening. We'll see you back here next week. Have a great week. Have an even better weekend. And we are out.
We out.
Steve pulled the Apollo Theater curtains on me.
Yeah. He done.
Yeah,
Steve's
I need to hit something real quick to make sure that it doesn't.
I bet you do.
2 hours and